Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining wherever you're joining from. Thank you for connecting. Thank you for joining me wherever you're joining me from across the world. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for participating in the broadcast of today. I appreciate you wherever you're connecting from. Please, as you connect, give a like to the video, share the video on your platform, and give a like. Click on the thumbs up, and again, you share the video to your platform. Share it to your family and friends, share it to your WhatsApp group, any place you belong, just go ahead and share the video. It is very important that we continue to send information across, encourage our fellow Biafrans, and remind ourselves what our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi have said in the past. There are so many information that we are forgetting. There are so many things that we are supposed to talk about that we're not talking about. There are so many distractions that are coming. More are still on their way. We have to continue to keep each and every one of us awake. We have to continue to remind each other where we are heading to, and what we are supposed to do so that we don't get distracted. We are facing a very critical time, and every single thing that is happening today, Mazi Nnamdi has spoken about it. That is why it is very, very important that I come online on all time to speak up of some of those things I remember that Mazi Nnamdi has spoken about. A lot of things are going on. In Biafra land, as you're watching me, so many people are dying, losing their lives. So many things are happening in Biafra land that look strange. Even in the Janjaweed side, in the north, so many things are happening in the northern part of Nigeria that look strange. The insecurity in the northern part of Nigeria looks strange. But all these things are things that Mazi Nnamdi have told us about and we have forgotten. That is why I've come to remind us. Do not be distracted. Continue to look upon God. Look upon Chukwu Abiyama. Put your hope on Chukwu Abiyama. Always remember that our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi said, it is only Chukwu Abiyama that will give us Biafra. Share the video to your platform. Share the video to family and friends. Share the video any place you belong. Share the video. Keep sharing. Keep share. Share on your WhatsApp group. Share to family and friends. Share to your own platform. And give a like. Click a like to the video. Give a thumbs up so that other people can join us who can send the message across. We are fighting a strong battle. They are trying their best to stop us, but they cannot stop us, no matter how they try. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate everybody that have joined. If you're joining from Biafra land, from Asia, from Europe, from America, Australia, Canada, whichever part of the world you're joining from, I say may Chukwu Abiyama continue to guide and protect you and secure you. We must continue. We will never lose our faith and we will never lose focus. There are a lot of distractions, a lot of temptations coming from east, west, north, and south. But we don't have to lose focus. We have to concentrate and remember that Mazi Nnamdi have spoken about everything that is happening today. Mazi Nnamdi have spoken about what is happening today. Some of us have forgotten. Everybody in that contraption called Nigeria, everybody in that Janjaweed country called Nigeria, in that British contraption called Nigeria, Mazi Nnamdi told them what is happening today. He told every one of us. We had it. When you see the attack that is going on in this Biafra land, the massacre attack that is going on in Biafra land, our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi spoke about it. He told us about it. The situation of the north, he spoke about it. In one of his audio, he spoke straight about it. He said exactly what is happening, how it's going to happen, and what is happening. Remember when Mazi Nnamdi made an interview, when he made a broadcast. On that broadcast, he said that the Janjaweed Caliphate will come after the ESN. He said that the Janjaweed will come after the ESN. That is one of the strategies that is being put in place. One of the strategies that is being put in place to make sure that the contraption called Nigeria is crippled. That they will come after the ESN. They will come to them to the bushes to take away ESN. They will come after the ESN, but they will never return alive. Mazi Nnamdi say, as they come out to focus on ESN, because they have little number of soldiers. When Mazi Nnamdi was saying they have little number of soldiers, people think it was a joke. People thought it was propaganda. But it is truth, and nothing but the truth. They don't have enough soldiers. They don't have enough soldiers. About 200 soldiers, 200,000 is what they have. Compared to the ESN volunteer force, the volunteer force we have in Biafra land who are signed with ESN are up to 1 million. Mazi Nnamdi told us that they are going to come after the ESN in our bushes, and the war will be fought in the bushes. Our ESN will face them in the bushes, and each time they go to the bushes to confront ESN, they will never go home alive. And while they are pushing all their military to the ESN, while they are pushing all their military to Biafra land, pushing their military to the south, that the terrorists will take over their land. Mazi Nnamdi said it. And that is exactly what is happening today. Mazi Nnamdi said they will unleash their military, unleash all their armors. They will carry all their armors and armory to the Biafra land to fight against ESN. But while they are doing that, the terrorists that they created by themselves is going to take over their own land. That is exactly what is happening today. Some of us are surprised when we see news coming. When you see news coming, when they tell you that the terrorists have taken over Kaduna, you are surprised. Why are you surprised? Why are you surprised? Mazi Nnamdi spoke about it. Christian Izuchukwu, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Mazi Nnamdi spoke about it. He said it categorically clear that they are going to come. That is a question of time. It's a question of when are they coming. But as for coming, that the caliphate will definitely send their military against ESN. But when they come after the ESN in the bushes, that they are going to pay dearly for it. But we're going to take the fight to them in the bushes, that the fight will not be done in our cities. That's what Mazi Nnamdi said. Since then, ESN has been in the bushes waiting for them, and today they are focusing on ESN. They are sending all manner of armor. Ask yourself, each time you hear Hope Uzodinma are going to Asrock to demand for more soldiers, the ones they have given him before, where are they? Every day you hear Hope Uzodinma, from time to time you hear more Uzodinma going to demand for more manpower. The manpower he is demanding for is military men. The manpower Hope Uzodinma is asking for are military men. They will give him 1,000. They will give him 1,000. They give him 500. They give him 400, including recruited Boko Haram members. They pump into the Biafra land. Where are they? They never survive. They never have a home to return. And that promise that Mazi Nnamdi made them, told them that as they are coming to Biafra land, they take over Biafra land, that the terrorists that they created by themselves will take over their land. Mazi Nnamdi told them that the northern part of Nigeria will be like Syria. It will be like Afghanistan. It will be like Somalia. That was the promise Mazi Nnamdi made to them. And that is exactly what is playing out today. Exactly what is playing out today. You saw the idiot in Kaduna State. One of the criminals, one of the terrorists in Kaduna State who called himself a governor, El-Rufai. You see him crying. You see El-Rufai crying. One of the people who caused the insecurity in the country of Nigeria, one of the people who boasted to go and invite Fulanis. One of the person who boasted by his own mouth to say that he went to pay Fulanis to stop coming to kill him. He was one of those who went to pay Fulanis. He knows where they're coming from. He knows their home. He knows them in person. Today he's crying, pretending and crying. He's telling us that he wants to go and get mercenaries. You want to go and get mercenaries in a country where you have more than 200 million people. In a country where you have 200 million people, you cannot be able to have soldiers up to 1 million. What does that tell you? It tells you that no single person is patriotic to that country from Nigeria. The soldiers they have, they call military, are members of Boko Haram, and the criminals, they are the people they have as their soldiers. A country of 200 and plus million people, you don't have up to 1 million soldiers. What a shame. What a shame. You want to go and get mercenaries. You want to go and get mercenaries from other countries to come and fight the Boko Haram that you created, the terrorists that you created by yourself. That is what the criminal in Kaduna State is saying. In an interview, saying it openly, he wasn't even ashamed to say it. Today, all of a sudden, because of election, all of a sudden, because of election, every one of them now is changing mouth. Every now of them, one of them suddenly realize, oh, they are not doing well. The insecurity is so much, so that they can make you feel, they can now make you think as if they are thinking the way you are thinking. This is the trick they always bring. Whenever there is their criminal election, you see them begin to change their tone. Begin to change their tone. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told them. Today in the southeastern part of Nigeria, in Biafra land, ask me, which terrorists are they fighting in Biafra land? There is no terrorists in Biafra land. It is the Fulani Caliphate. Their military are the terrorists you have in Biafra land. They are the people burning homes. They are the people killing innocent people. They are the people arresting people illegally. They are the people destroying houses, destroying businesses. Their military, they are the people doing that in Biafra land. Ask me, which terrorists do you have in Biafra land that will make them to pump all the military and all their hardwares to Biafra land? All their military are in Biafra land, taking the life of innocent people. No single politician is contesting about it. No one is talking about it. No one is speaking about it. But thank you, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu spoke about it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that as they are coming to Biafra land to fight Biafrans, that their own land will be taken over. As they are coming to Biafra land to take the life of innocent people, that their own home will be taken land. That the northern part of Nigeria will be like Somalia. It will be like Afghanistan. It will be like Syria. That is exactly the situation now. In Kaduna State, we are talking about. In Kaduna State, Kaduna is the place where you have the highest number of military of the country called Nigeria. The highest number of military force is where you have it in Kaduna. There is no place again in Nigeria where you have the kind of force you have in Kaduna. No other place. Talk of ammunition. That is where they have it. Every resources of the country called Nigeria, that is where they reserve it, including oil. That is where they have oil reservoir. In Kaduna, they have NDA in Kaduna. They have Air Force in Kaduna. They have their military barrack, many military barracks in Kaduna. They have many training this in Kaduna, military training schools in Kaduna. Everything is in Kaduna. Every force of the country called Nigeria is in Kaduna. If the terrorists can be able to operate in a place where Nigeria have the most greatest military presence, if the terrorists can operate there, where else do you think they cannot operate? Where again do you think they cannot operate? If the terrorists can operate in a place where they have the greatest number of military, if the terrorists can operate there, where else can they not operate? Tell me. Tell me. They operate boldly without anybody hindering them. Al Pacino, thank you so much for joining. Without anybody without anybody hindering them. They have attacked airport in Kaduna. In that same Kaduna, where they have the highest number of military, they have attacked airport in Kaduna, have been attacked. Nobody was arrested. Nobody was captured. No terrorist was killed. We didn't hear any attack against the terrorists. They came to the airport, they operated, and they left without any interruption. They have rendered the whole road in Kaduna State unmovable. You cannot pass through the road in Kaduna. They hold Kaduna ransom. They have gone to NDA. They went to NDA. In that same Kaduna, they went to NDA school, a military school where security are present. They have everything they need to protect themselves. Yet, they went there to make an attack. Kidnap somebody there and kill the person and left. Nobody was arrested. In that same Kaduna, where they have the highest number of military, where they have the highest number of forces, no forces that Nigeria have that they don't have in Kaduna. All of them have the headquarters in Kaduna. The armory of Nigeria is in Kaduna. That is where they have their base. Where they have the greatest armory of the military. It's in Kaduna. And yet, in that same Kaduna, a railway was bombed. Railway was bombed in that same Kaduna. Nothing was done. No single person was arrested. Not only bombing, after bombing the railway, they kidnapped people. They kidnapped people from the train. They kidnapped people from the train and took them away. People were kidnapped from the train. Up to today, none of them have been recovered. Nobody have been recovered. They are still holding some of them. The only people I had that they were able to release were those of the elite. Those elite who were able to pay the ransom. The elite, those who has money, who were able to pay ransom, they paid ransom and they were report. Still today, they are still holding people captive. Still today, they are still holding people captive in that Kaduna. What does that tell you? That was what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told them. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu spoke about it. Everything that is happening today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw it. He saw it coming. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw it openly, saw it coming. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw every single thing that is happening today, and he spoke about it. And he said that is a language he used. That is a strategy. The strategy that Chukwu Okike Abiyama have put in place. That is why everything that is happening in this struggle, every Biafran have to continue to thank Chukwu Okike Abiyama and pray. But what you have to do is to keep as you are praying, you have to be steadfast and keep your ears open. Keep your ears open. Follow instruction. When they say sit at home, sit at home. When they say move, move. When they say do this, do. When they say contribute, contribute. When they say support, support. That is the only way you can support. That is the only way you can survive. Every single thing we need to do to get Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have put it in place. Nothing remaining. The only thing that remains for all of us is obedience. Obedience is the only thing that we need. Every single strategy to get Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have put it in place. The insecurity that is happening in Nigeria today, all this cry you see the North crying, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu spoke about it. The video you see there, I posted a video on my channel. If you have not seen the video, go to my page, you will see the video. Go to my page, you will see the video. I can't be able to cite the video now and play for you. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu spoke about the insecurity that is happening, what the northern part of Nigeria is suffering today. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu spoke about it. That ESN is the one that's going to bring Biafra. They are going to to fight, but I'll render the whole place. And how are they going to fight it? How is ESN going to bring Biafra? They are going to bring Biafra in the sense that the Janjaweed Caliphate will come after ESN. It is not that ESN is going to the north to fight them. ESN is not going to fight them. It's not going to the north. But they will come after ESN in our bushes. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say that fight will be held in the bush. The war will be held in the bush, not in our street. That it will be in our bushes, not in our street. But you see them, the Fulani Janjaweed, they are scared of going to our bushes to face ESN. They are even scared to temper entering our bushes. And each time they venture enter our bushes, they don't come back. Each time the Fulani Caliphate and the soldiers enter our bushes, they never come back. That is what, go and ask Hope Uzodinma. Hope Uzodinma, every time you see Hope Uzodinma going to demand for soldiers, every time you see Hope Uzodinma running to Abuja to demand for more manpower. Manpower that is asking for, what is this? The manpower he's asking for is for more soldiers. Every single time you go, ask him the one they gave him before, where are they? The ones they gave him before, where are they? The word of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that as they are coming, they will never have a home to return and they will not return alive. And those of them that will remain, they will not have a home to return. And before they go back, that their home will be taken over by the terrorists. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it. That the northern part of Nigeria will be taken over the terrorists because they will be focusing on irrelevant things. Pastor Rose, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for your support. I appreciate you. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it. He said it's clear that as they are focusing on Biafra land, focusing on the southern part of Nigeria, they are going to troop in, coming to fight against the ESN. As they are sending all their troops to the ESN, their flank will open. And as their flank open, the terrorists will take over their land. That is exactly what is happening today. Go to the media. Go to the media and see what they are saying in the media. Kaduna have been totally taken over. Kaduna have been taken over. And Kaduna, in the whole of the northern part of Nigeria, where they have the greatest ammunition and where they have the greatest number of military, greatest number of forces, is in Kaduna State. If they can be bold to operate in Kaduna, there is no part of Nigeria where they cannot operate. If the terrorists can be able to operate in Kaduna successfully, operate in broad daylight successfully, even in the open, they have gone to airport, they went to the road, they gone to the railway. Where again are you expecting them to not to go? They have taken over Kaduna State. And that immediate in Kaduna, the immediate in Kaduna Aerofile, today he is pretending, saying that he's going to go and he wants to go and get machineries. You want to go and get machineries? You that is boasting that you have population. You that have population of how many millions? You claim you have, when you come to vote, you say you have population. Those of you who are crying, you say unity in diversity. You claim about your population. Your population is an advantage. All the one Nigerian people that are claiming that their population is an advantage, having a good number of population, 200 million plus. 200 million plus, you can't protect yourself. You are going to go and look for missionaries to come and fight for you in Kaduna State. Looking for missionaries from other countries to come and fight for you. And some people will still come and be talking about one Nigeria. A dead country that doesn't have anything to offer to anybody. A country with 200 million plus, they don't have a soldier, their military is not up to 500. All their military forces put together, they're not up to 500,000. They are not in their media. I just played a video on it on my channel. The video I'm going to post tomorrow on Earth, or you go and search the video where somebody was confessing on channel television that their military, they are 400 in number, 400,000. All the military march together, all of them join together, all of them join together. All of them march together, both Air Force, both to the Navy, both to everything, land army, all of them. All of them march together. They are not more than 200,000. They are not more than 200,000 march together, all of them. These are the people who are coming to fight Biafra. They leave their flank, they leave where they're supposed to protect. They are coming to Biafra land to fight against innocent people. People who have not committed any crime. They have not kidnapped anybody. Biafrans have not kidnapped anybody to ask for ransom. The Biafran struggle, IPOB is not into kidnapping. Biafrans are not into kidnapping anybody. The Biafran people who are protesting, the legitimate agitators, the IPOB, they are not kidnapped. They have nobody have had anywhere say IPOB kidnapped somebody and they're asking for ransom. They have not killed any innocent person. But yet, you have released all your military that you're supposed to use to fight against the terrorists that are taking over your land. You push them to the Biafra land. Today, they are no more. You went ahead to recruit members of Boko Haram and you sent them. Still yet, Chukwu Karima took them out. Today, your flank is open. You don't even have a military to defend yourself. That was what Mazi Nnamdi said that is about to happen. And it is happening. Mazi Nnamdi said they will come. They will come to face ESN, but when they come, in our bushes, they will never return alive. The few of them that will return, that they will not have a home to return when they are going back. And it is happening today before your own very eyes. That prophecy and that strategy is working before your own very eyes. Today, the northern part of Nigeria is done. Even the northern part of Nigeria today, they are now advocating to allow citizens to carry weapons. They are now advocating in the House of Assembly to allow citizens to carry guns. That is the extent the decay has gone to. That is the extent the madness have gone to. And some people think it's like it's business as usual. Some people just feel it's all right. It is not good enough. If you are a human being, if you are mentally sound and you are still talking about one Nigeria, it means it's either you're not living on the planet or there is something pursuing you. If you are living in that country called Nigeria and you are still talking about one Nigeria, still supporting one Nigeria, it's either you are not living in this planet or something is pursuing you. Because Nigeria has ended. It has ended. It is over. It is over. It is over. The people who you think will protect you, they don't have any plan whatsoever. There is no plan whatsoever to protect you. And the terrorists we are talking about, they are moving down south. They are coming south. Don't think it's over. It is not over yet. But I thank Chukwu Okike for Mazi Nnamdi, who has given out the ESN. That is why you must support ESN with every strength you have. If you can fight against any other thing, not ESN. If you want to talk against me, talk against everybody, but do not talk against ESN. Support the ESN with all your might through Umeri account. Support them any way you can support the ESN. Support them. Support them with your prayer. Support them with your finance. Support them the best way you can. They are the only hope that the Biafrans have. Because the terrorists are coming. They are coming down south. Mazi Nnamdi saw it before now. He said it. He said it. Today you can see the north is uncontrollable. You see, when you say it, people don't know how serious it is. If you want to know how serious it is, go and check, go and make research and find out the kind of military force you have in Kaduna State. Go and check, go and make inquiry, find out how many military bases do they have in Kaduna. How many military bases do they have? They have Air Force base in Kaduna. They have naval base in Kaduna. They have military base. They have NDA in Kaduna. There is no security outfit don't have Kaduna. And Kaduna is the greatest place where they have the ammunition, where Nigeria ammunition is being dumped, is in Kaduna State. Kaduna State houses the greatest ammunition of that country called Nigeria. But yet, the terrorists are taking over, moving around freely. They are testing the ground. You are waiting until one day when you will hear they have taken a flight. You saw what happened in the US. US with all their experience, with all their intelligence. You saw what happened in the United States. You saw what happened in the United States. Exactly, my brother, my sister Tina. They are in Biafra land already. They are in Biafra, but thank Chukwu Okabia that the ESN are fighting strong. They are standing strong. They cannot operate in Biafra land the way they are operating in the north. They are in Biafra land, but they are in uniform. They are in uniform, operating in Biafra land. In military uniform, supported by the military. Supported by the Biafran politicians, politicians in Biafra land. They are the ones sponsoring them and supporting them. But thank Chukwu Okabia that Biafrans are not relenting. And Chukwu Okabia is standing with us. Chukwu Okabia is standing with us, and we will never relent. We will always win. Some of us are still waiting. We are still waiting, thinking that it's a joke. It is not a joke. Everything you are saying is real. When Mazi Nnamdi said Nigeria will become like Afghanistan, Nigeria will become like Somalia, it is happening. It is about to happen. You are waiting. One day you will hear that Boko Haram have flew an airplane. One day you will hear that Boko Haram have hijacked an airplane. And you saw what happened in 9/11. In 9/11, if they tell US that Al-Qaeda can be able to fly plane to Twin Tower, they will never believe it. Twin Tower, who they say is the most secure zone. Twin Tower is seen as the most secure zone in the United States. But they were able to fly a plane into that very place. Today, you see that the terrorists that they renamed bandits, the terrorists, Greek terrorists, the main terrorists, they are the one that they renamed. They changed their name and baptized them to bandits so that people can be able to accept them. They rebaptized them bandits. People who have the capacity to stop a moving train, bomb a moving train. People who have the capacity to shoot down an aircraft. They shot down a military jet, not just a random aircraft. They shot down a military jet. People that have the capacity to go to the airport, ride into the airport without anybody disturbing them. People that have the capacity to hold a whole state ransom and send the governor crying, they are still calling them bandits. You see them, they're referring to them as bandits, They are still referring to them as bandits. Wait, they are testing the ground. They have tested the road. They are in charge. They have tested the railway. They are in charge. They have tested the airport. They have tested that thing you saw on that day, running the wrong way, is a test. They just came to test and see how effective it will be for them to operate. And they have passed. They went there successfully and they went back. The next time they are coming to that airport, they will hijack an airplane. And for some of you who think that bandits, all those terrorists cannot drive airplane, you have to go and think again. Some of you will be thinking, oh, they cannot fly an airplane. They don't know how to control an airplane. Keep waiting and keep dreaming. These terrorists, you see, they are well trained. The Boko Haram terrorists are well trained. They have people who can fly jets. They have people who can fly any kind of weapon they can operate it. They have people who can fly any aircraft they can. Wait, they have tested the ground. You saw them in Kanu airport and you think it's a joke. The next thing you will hear is that they have hijacked a plane. It is going to happen before your own very eyes. When we are saying that the Afghanistan situation will be replayed in Nigeria, some people say it's a joke. Some people say we are ranting, you are making noise, you don't know what you're saying. But it is happening. It is unfolding gradually. Every day you begin to see the sign. Every day you continue to see signs pointing to that. Every day you continue to see signs pointing to that. And it's going to happen before you know it. Before you know it, it is going to happen before your own very eyes. Every Biafran have to wake up. You have to wake up. You have to wake up, cry now if you can cry, fight now if you can fight, support now if you can support, speak up now if you can speak up, sit at home now if you can. This is the time for action. It is no longer time for you to be sleeping. Do not listen to any imposter they are sending to come and deceive you. Any politician that is talking to you is a deceiver. Anybody that is telling you to calm down, anybody telling you to calm down is a deceiver. He's working for the caliphate. He is working for the caliphate. Today you see politicians, criminal politicians today, some of them now are beginning to speak as if they are not seeing what is happening before. You see every one of them politicians today, what Mazi Nnamdi have been crying years ago. Today, this is the time they are not talking. Something that have been coming for a very long time. None of them could be able to. It was only Mazi Nnamdi that was asked and have been shouting and talking all this while. All of a sudden, you see some of them today, they say, now today they begin to agree that the government is not doing anything. They are now beginning to agree that the government is not doing anything. They are not fighting well. Just because they want to buy the soul of the people for you to think that they are with you. They want to buy the soul of the citizens so that they will go and put their stamp, put their signature to their death. Anything that is called vote, any attempt to make any vote in Biafra land, that is the end. Any attempt to allow voting in Biafra land, that is the end of the story. If you put your hand to endorse your death again, you put your hand to endorse your death, of course, you might not live to tell the story. You might not live to tell the story. A lot has gone under the carpet, and we must not allow it. Every Biafran, wherever you are, men and women, children and old, young and old, we have to wake up and stand our ground, including our Oduduwa brothers. Our Oduduwa brothers and sisters that are fighting, they have to fight now more than ever. It is time to raise the bar. It is time to raise the bar. If you know you are genuinely fighting for your freedom and you are in that contract to call Nigeria, this is the time to raise the bar. But of course, every one of them is a politician. Every single one of them that you see that as if they are talking, they are reasonable. Every one of them you see in their conventional media, they are all politicians. Go and check every one of them, those of them who were shouting and say, if there is no restructuring, there will be no election. There's no restructuring, there will be no election. You saw them shouting at the beginning of the year, even as at last year. They were shouting, there must be restructuring. Without the restructuring, there will be no election. Today, go and see all of them. They have a political party. Every single one of them today have a political party they support. They have a presidential candidate they are supporting. These are the people who were with us here. And they said, if there is no restructuring, there will be no election. But today, every one of them is preparing for election. They are all preparing for that same election. That is the difference between these people and we ourselves. That is the difference between all these activists and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knows what he wants. He knows the solution. He is not only complaining, he's not only pointing out the problem, he identified the problem. He has identified all the problem. He identified it. After identified it, he saw the solution and he offered the solution. He offered the solution. And Biafran people, we looked at the solution that he offered. That is the ultimate solution to the problem of the country called Nigeria. And that solution will solve the whole problem you have in that country called Nigeria. 99% of the problem in that country will be solved with the solution that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has given. Self-determination for all indigenous tribes. Self-determination. Referendum. Conduct a referendum. As soon as you conduct a referendum, everybody will speak their mind. If the people choose to remain in Nigeria, so be it. If the people choose to remain in Nigeria, so be it. They remain in Nigeria. We die there. Even let them try to rig the referendum. Let them conduct the referendum, rig it. Conduct the referendum. Just plan to rig it. Rig the election, rig the referendum the way you are rigging your election. Why not just try it? If you succeed in rigging it, will you stay there? But why are you not moving to that direction? When you know that this will solve the problem. By the time people take their decision, write their own constitution, decide what to be, they will have their peace. They will be patriotic and defend anything they have written. But how do you expect a normal human being, somebody who is mentally okay, to begin to defend a constitution that he did not put his signature to? A constitution that he wasn't where they wrote it. You want people to begin to defend it. That is why I tell you there is nobody that is a one in Nigeria. No single person that Nigeria remains a British company. Nigeria is still a British company till tomorrow. That is what it is. That is what it is. Everybody that you see calling one Nigeria or working in Nigeria are employers of British employers. They are employed by Britain. Every single official in that country called Nigeria and politician, they are employed by Britain and they are playing their bid. We are asking for a nation. We want to build a nation that we can defend with the last drop of our blood, a nation that we can die for, a nation that we can be patriotic to die for and give our life for. That is what Biafrans want. That is what the Oduduwas want. That is what the Middle Belt has done. Even the Hausas. Don't think it's only in the South. The Hausa people are protesting. As you and I are talking, the Hausa people, they are protesting. I have seen several videos where the Hausas are protesting, shouting on top of their voices, the same way we are talking. But the only thing that the Hausas have been They have been overtaken. They have been subjugated so far. The Hausas have been enslaved so much. Their voice has disappeared completely. It is so difficult to hear the voice of the Hausas. They have taken away everything that they have. The only thing that the Hausa people have is their language. Apart from the Hausa language, nothing else. Every other thing has been taken away. Every other thing has been taken away. And that is what they will try to do to the southern part of Nigeria. That is what they do to us. But they cannot succeed. No matter how they try, they can never ever succeed. Let them keep trying. Let them keep trying. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our supreme leader, he did everything he has to do to make sure that Biafra land is protected. While he was with us, he gave us a lot of lections. That is why when I see people getting confused, you don't have to get confused. Everything that is happening today is how Chukwu Okarima have planned it, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have spoken about it. The attack on ESN, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have spoken about it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told us that they will come after ESN. That is just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. When are they coming? But whether they will come or not, they must come after ESN because they never learn. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told us that when they come, they will meet ESN in the bushes and ESN is going to take them out. ESN is going to take them out. That the duty of ESN is to take away the terrorists in our bushes. And if you decide to make yourself a terrorist and you appear in our bushes, ESN will take you out. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu promised them that if they come to Biafra land, they will never return. And few of them that will survive will not have a home to return. It is happening today. It is happening today. You see outcry in the north. North is flowing. Blood is flowing in the north. Nowhere is safe. But the most painful is those who are supposed to be fighting along with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Biafra land. Those who call themselves politicians or they are doing nothing. Instead, they are busy demonizing IPOB. If it were to be the Fulanis that own Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they will guide him. They will guide him with all their strength. If it were the Fulanis, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was a Fulani, they will guide him every single one. They will guide him with the last of their strength. They will guide him. Look at the way they are guiding their criminal. Look at the way they are guiding a murderer. Abakari that everybody knows that is a murderer who has killed. There are so many evidence. He killed even his own brothers. A lot of evidence have come out about Abakari, and yet they are protecting Abakari. They are protecting Abakari, preventing Abakari from being extradited. You see them playing one game or the other. See the way they are dancing with his cases. They protect their criminals. Even their terrorists, they are making case for their terrorists. Could you be telling me that if the thing that is happening in the north will happen in the southeast, what do you think will happen? If it was in the southeast that a railway line was bombed, if it was the southeast that a railway line was bombed, what do you think will happen to southeast? You will see jet all over the place bombing. Hope Uzodinma and Soludo will go and bring all the military and begin to bomb the area. But look at what's happening in the north. In the north, they protect their criminals. They always talk about negotiation. They negotiate, they protect, they make a case for them. Up to today, even as these terrorists are causing havoc, there are still people in their media. Go and watch their media. You still see people defending them. I saw one of them who called himself Professor, whatever they call him. I watched one of the interviews given on channel television. One professor, one idiot they call a professor, still advocating for amnesty, advocating for amnesty for these terrorists, advocating for discussion and dialogue with the terrorists that are killing their people, that are killing them in the north. He's still advocating for them openly in the national television. But how many people do you see from the southeast? How many people do you see in the Biafra land advocating for these their people to go and look and listen to IPOB? How many have you seen advocating for the government to dialogue with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? How many people? How many people? How many people? Today you see the one they call Soludo. Soludo, after inauguration of Soludo, the only thing he wants to start with is to stop sit at home. He never discussed about the cost of the sit at home. He never discussed he never discussed to at least listen to the people. Why are you sitting at home? If you pretend not to know, Because everybody in that country of Nigeria knows why people are sitting at home. Everybody knows. Even if he pretends not to do, okay, have you gone to ask the people, at least go to the street and ask them, why are you sitting at home? Hear from them directly how they feel or what they think about the sit at home. You never care. You pretend not to know. And all of a sudden you come and tell them to stop sit at home. Sit at home that all the governors in the South could not be able to stop. You think you are the Messiah. You have been given an assignment, a mission to accomplish. Then you come, you want to force people to sit at home. You started with your evil clergy. All those your reverend fathers that you're paying. All those who cannot be able to stand upon the truth and speak the truth. Those reverend fathers that cannot speak the truth and stand for the truth, you gather them. You gather them and begin to talk rubbish. You gather them and begin to talk all manner of nonsense. Mr. Dustbin, if you know that your own assignment is to clear, why don't you focus on the dustbin you are clearing? Focus on the dustbin, on the mess you have made in that contract that you're clearing. Continue to clear the dustbin. That is your work. It's your job. It's your job. Don't expect us to clap for you because you are clearing dustbin. Focus on that dustbin and allow us to agitate and demand for our freedom and the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I have said it so many times. It is better for him to pretend as if he doesn't know that Biafra is existing. Let Soludo pretend as if he doesn't know that IPOB exists. Pretend as if there is nothing like Monday. Pretend that Monday doesn't exist. Continue to work with 4 days. If you will survive. That is the only way you can be able to regain your respect. Apart from that, you have failed already. You have failed already. For you to raise a war against Biafran people, for you to look at everything, you just want to face Biafran people and fight against Biafrans. You can never succeed. You have failed already. You have failed. They brought you into power. You did not, even in your own state where you are living, a house was bombed, houses were destroyed, lives were taken, businesses were destroyed. You did not even address it. You didn't go there to visit the people, but you went there to visit the Janjaweed the secretariat that was bombed. You went to the Janjaweed secretariat, but the innocent people, innocent citizens in your state, that their home were destroyed, properties and their businesses destroyed. You never talked about them. You never mentioned them. Think now you have arrived. You want to take in laws into your hands and begin to do anything you like. You want to make yourself relevant above Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Who are you? Where are you coming from? Who knows you? Who knows you? You served as the central bank governor. Central governor that you served as, what did you do in Anambra State? Which life did you touch when you were central bank governor? What did you do? What did you do? When Sanusi was there, you saw what Sanusi was doing to his people. You saw how he was giving his people loan and doing all manner of things. What did Sanusi do when he was a central bank governor? And you think you can raise yourself above Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? You think that you can raise yourself, but you made the greatest mistake of going into alliance with the caliphate. You made a greatest mistake of going into agreement with evil men and women. You have wrong advisors. That is why you will fail and continue to fail. You will continue to fail because you have wrong advisors. They didn't advise you well. If you had good advisors, you should have started by addressing the reason why people are sitting at home, because you know it. You cannot deny, you know it. You know why people are sitting at home. You know why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was detained, but you denied it. You even came to deny that you don't know the charges against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You don't know what they're charging Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for. You don't know what they're charging for. But in 2016, you were speaking on behalf of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You were one of those that were calling to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because he's innocent. In 2016, you were one of the people who were talking. I saw your video. Your video I see online, where you were advocating for Biafra. Where you were saying that you cannot force people to change their ideology. You cannot fight Biafra with guns and bullets. You were saying in that broadcast that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is innocent. There's no point in telling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that he must be released. That he has not committed any offense. Is it not that same thing? That same thing you were talking about in 2016. It is still that same reason. That is why they are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's still the continuation of that case. Did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu get any justice in that case that you were speaking about in 2015? Did he get justice? Seludo, I'm asking you, did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu get justice in that thing you were talking about in 2015? Did he get justice? He never got justice. He never got justice. That very thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu you were talking about in 2015. You never got justice. And today, look at where you are today. All of a sudden today, you have changed 360 degrees. You change and you are now talking against that man. The same man is in captivity. You are telling them to go and try him in the court. You should go and try him speedily and give him judgment. When you and I know that you can never get justice in the hand of your enemy. You can never ever get justice in the hand of an enemy, let alone in the hand of the caliphate. Caliphate can never ever give you justice. The contraption called Nigeria do not know anything about justice. Look at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Even when their own judge have told them to stop abusing his rights, they continue to abuse Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's rights. They continue to torture him mentally. They continue to torture him in the DSS. They continue to hold him. They continue to deprive him every of his rights. Even when their own judge have said, give him his right, because a man is presumed innocent until proven guilty. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not been proven guilty by any law court. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has never been proven guilty by any law court in any part of the world. He was in the United Kingdom, preaching for how many years? Sending information out from the United Kingdom. For more than a decade, he was never one day invited by the police. He was never one day arrested by the police. They know where he was. They know where he was preaching. He was never invited because they know that what he said is the truth. It is not a propaganda, not a blackmail. He had information. The real information is what was passing out. And today, you see people who are supposed to follow that same footstep. Instead of them following the step of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they are busy fighting against somebody who is taking the same step that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu took. The same step that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu took, you see somebody building on the foundation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Instead of you to support that person, build on the foundation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are trying to demonize the person, trying to destroy the person, call him a man of name. You are framing him up, calling him now that he's in charge of unknown government. Even when you know that is a lie. You are now claiming, blackmailing him from all angles, telling that he's the one causing insecurity in the Biafra land. He's the one in charge of the unknown government. Unknown government that they are operating, even when our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was around. When our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was around with us, unknown government we are operating. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came and made a speech and said he doesn't know whom they are. He doesn't have control over them. Neither does he have any communication with them. But as long as they are not fighting against innocent Biafrans, it's up to them. As long as they're not fighting against Biafra, they're not fighting against our struggle. It has, from their actions and everything they're doing, it's like we have a common enemy. So, why must we talk against them? But as for control, we have no control over them, no discussion, nothing whatsoever. They know very well. The same people that we are agitating with today, instead of them now to focus on our freedom, you are now busy on demonizing your brother, demonizing your sister, saying one thing or the other. How long will you continue in your blackmail? How long will you continue on your lies and propaganda? How long? How long? You see one of them, or I don't know what they call his name, begin to compare Adeyinka's grandson. Begin to compare Adeyinka's grandson with our brother Simon Ekpa. How can you compare Adeyinka's grandson with brother Simon Ekpa? How? On what ground? On what level? On what level do you have to compare two of them? On what level? On which level do you compare Adeyinka's grandson and Simon Ekpa? On what level? What background? Just tell me where you can have the comparison. On what level? Adeyinka's grandson, that you know that he's fighting for nothing but just to cause chaos, accusing the Igbos of things that he knows that are lie, making of unnecessary accusations without any evidence. Not only accusing, he was now calling for the head of the Igbos, telling people to go out and kill innocent people who have not done anything to him. Have we called for the death of anybody? No Biafra agitator is calling for the death of anybody. We are only calling for the defense, self-defense of our people. That is what we are asking for. We are not calling for the death of anybody. We are calling for Biafran people to rise up and defend themselves. That when the terrorists come to take you out, do not allow them to take you out. That is what we say. That is the message we are preaching. Self-defense is what we are preaching. Because the whole world knows that we are hated. Biafrans are hated in Biafra land. They are hated in that country of Nigeria. Biafrans are hated. And they are being subjugated and intimidated. Everybody in the world knows about that. And we activate our self-defense, trying to defend ourselves from the enemies, from people who have made themselves enemy. We didn't call them enemy. They made themselves enemy to the Biafran. Why? Not because we fought them, not because we stole anything from them. They are the ones stealing from us. They have stolen all our resources, stolen everything from us, yet they are not satisfied. They have stolen all our wealth. They have stolen everything that we have. These people are not even indigenous to the contraption called Nigeria. They're not indigenous, and yet they stole everything we have. They are not yet satisfied, yet they don't want us to live. They don't want us to live. Those are the people we are standing against. We are not fighting against our brothers, our Ududua brothers who are facing the same fate with us, facing the same problem we are facing. Our brothers in Middle Belt who are facing the same thing we are facing. Even the Northerners use our resources, that we cannot be able to live our life the way we want it. They are the people that we are standing against. And we will continue to stand against them anytime, any day. We will continue to protect and defend ourselves anytime, any day. No matter what they try to do, no matter where they're coming from, we will continue to defend ourselves, and that is what they are calling for. Every Biafran, wherever you are in Biafra land, Mazi Nnamdi can have told us what to do. Stop waiting for you to get order from DSS. The order is not going to come. It is not going to come. The only time Mazi Nnamdi is going to speak for us is when Mazi Nnamdi comes out. As soon as he's been released, he goes to a prayer book and he will speak to us. Then, and only then, we can be able to hear. But for now, stop waiting. Begin to operate with everything that Mazi Nnamdi have told you in the past. Every single message that Mazi Nnamdi have preached past, begin to listen to them and begin to implement them. That is how you can be saved. And most of the things you see Mazi Simon Ekpa saying today, they are the things Nnamdi have said in the past. But some of us are forgetful. When Simon Ekpa said that no election, Mazi Nnamdi have told us we will not participate in the election again. He has given them chance the first time, given them the second chance. This time around, we will not participate in the election again. We are not just saying it. To defend Biafra land and make sure that nobody comes to Biafra land to take our life. Mazi Nnamdi said it. Mazi Nnamdi said that we will defend Biafra land. He said that anybody that comes in Biafra land to take any Biafran life will pay with his own life. Mazi Nnamdi said it. There's an eye with an eye. Biafrans will not go after you, but when you go after Biafrans and take their life, that will take vengeance. We will revenge. We will fight back. That any measure you bring to Biafran people, the same measure is what we are going to give to you. That was the message of Mazi Nnamdi. Mazi Nnamdi will say, we have resolved to defend Biafra land, that no inch of Biafra land will be given to the caliphate. And that resolution is cast in stone. When something is cast in stone, there is no way you can change it. Mazi Nnamdi will say, our resolution is cast in stone. On video, he said it. Our resolve to protect Biafra land and defend Biafra land and make sure that no inch of Biafra land is being taken away. That is the resolution of every Biafran person, every Biafran child, to defend Biafra land. And he said that resolution is cast in stone. It tells you that this is something that we must do. You can't run away from it. That is why I continue to pray for our brothers and sisters in Biafra land who are doing the needful. Our brothers and sisters in Biafra land, I pray for them. I pray for ESN. Every single volunteer in ESN that is fighting on the ground, I pray and I say, may Chukwu continue to guide and protect them, secure them and secure their families. Every single Biafran that is sitting at home in Biafra land, may Chukwu guide and protect them and continue to protect them, secure them in Biafra land. People who are on the ground doing the needful, against all intimidation, against all attack, against all the forces that are unleashed on them, against all the military invasion. Biafran people are standing their ground, doing the needful. They are not looking back. Because of the resolution we have had, that we will defend our land. And every other indigenous tribe have to wake up. Biafrans are doing what they're supposed to do. Our Ududua brothers have to wake up. The Middle Belters have to stand up. The Hausa people have to stand up. This is the time for every one of us to stand up and take over our land, because what Obadiah Melhafia have said is coming to pass. Obadiah said it. Obadiah Melhafia said it in 2022 that the Fulani Caliphate would like to declare war. They are going to declare war, and the war has been declared. Obadiah Melhafia, the revelation that he made and made them to kill him. One of the revelations that he made and made him to kill him is this. He said it. What is happening today? He talked about it. That in 2022 they will start the assassination. They will try to create a war, and that war is what is happening today. The North already is a no-go zone. But in Biafra land, they are using their military in uniform to destroy our land. Because already they know that the ESN are on the ground. They cannot move to our street. They go through the bushes. But they know that ESN are very much alert in the bush. Instead of these politicians supporting the ESN to defend our land, what do? They continue to distract the ESN, continue to disrupt the ESN, continue to bring all manner of propaganda against ESN, but they will never succeed. Biafra, wherever you are, it is time for you to speak up. As I said before, this week is a critical week. Anything you know you are doing for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, increase the speed. If you're broadcasting, broadcast more. If you're speaking, speak more. If you're fighting, fight more. If you're prayer, and fasting to your prayer. Sit at home, sit more. Anytime you hear sit at home, sit more. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming to court in the few days. The next few days, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be in the court. And when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes to court, we expect a positive result. Every one of us have to stand up and speak up. The time is now. The time is now for us to react. The time is now. Public opinion, I say it again, public opinion must be on the side of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the only way we will capture that public opinion is by our actions. What you do, what I do, we activate the public opinion that will make us to win the case. Before the judge will pass judgment, they are going to consider the public opinion. When we are talking about the public, we are talking about the opinion of the masses, the public opinion of the masses. What Biafran people are saying, what they are thinking. Are they still in support of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or not? Are they in support of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or not? We have to hold that public opinion on the high esteem. Anything you can do to make sure you wake up a positive effect to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, this is the time to do it. Don't wait until he goes to court. This is the time to activate that public opinion. We have already started it. We are doing great. Biafrans are doing great. Mainly, our brothers and sisters in Biafra land, they are doing great. Through the sit at home. Already the opinion that is going on, the whole opinion, the public opinion now says that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains the only solution to the peace in Biafra land. That is the public opinion. And that is how to be able to achieve a public opinion that will be to the positive side of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. A public opinion that will trigger the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is how you can achieve it. That is why when you see people talking against the sit at home, fear those people. Stay away from them. People talking against sit at home, stay away from them. Sit at home is doing a marvelous work. In the judgment of the court, before the judge will pass the judgment, let me tell you, they are going to consider their judgment from 50% of their judgment is going to be considered from the public opinion. 50% is going to be from the public opinion, what the masses are saying. Then they will now consider the defense of the lawyer. The defense the lawyers can provide will now bring the other some percentage. And then the grace of the judge. So in that public opinion, we have to capture that 50%. Already Biafrans are doing very great. I thank Chukwu for the sit at home that we did on Monday. It was a great one. So go to their media today. What everybody is saying when it comes to that issue, they know that the only solution to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, only solution to have peace in Biafra land is to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The only solution to end the sit at home is to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The only solution to have security and stability is to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The only solution to peace in that country we call Nigeria remains Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And as long as they continue to see that, they have no choice but to let him go. We have to make them know that it is much more costly to hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in captivity than to leave him outside. Let us make the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu much more expensive. We are already doing great, but we need to do more. Our brothers and sisters in Biafra land are doing wonderfully well. I must confess, they deserve an accolade. Our brothers and sisters who are taking the bullet in the face of all the blackmail, in the face of all the intimidation, in the face of all the attack, in the face of all manner of intimidation, yet they are sitting at home. Against all odds, they deserve an accolade. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every Biafran that is living in Biafra land. Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect you. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every genuine agitator that is speaking up on daily basis. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect you. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our Oduduwa brothers. Guide and protect the middle betters. Guide and protect everybody that is genuinely fighting for freedom. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect the ESN. The ESN that are taking the bullet for us. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect them. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every single person that has shared this video. Anyone who has shared this video and supported this channel. Chukwu Okike Abiama will guide and protect you. You will see Biafra and you will walk into Biafra. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect every single Biafran. Guide and protect our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. As our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming to court, our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come home with victory. We are going to see another revelation on that day. I tell you, anytime Mazi Nnamdi Kanu appears in the court, watch closely. Every single video you see, study it and watch closely. You are going to see something different. You will have a revelation. You will have a revelation. A revelation that has to do with his kidnap. A revelation that has to tell you what to do or what not to do. If you pay attention, it is going to happen again. We are expecting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be freed unconditionally. Let us continue to hold the public opinion the way we are holding it. We are winning. Biafra will definitely come. It doesn't matter what they do. Remember, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, the coming of Biafra will be a mystery. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, the last miracle on the planet Earth. The coming of Biafra will be a mystery. It doesn't matter what anybody does or says. The coming of Biafra will not be because of what you do, will not be because of your fight, will not be because you're strong, will not be because you're beautiful, will not be because you're what you're doing. It is because Chukwu Okike have ordained it to honor his own word. Because Chukwu Okike wants to honor his own word. That is why Biafra must come. And he will do it in his own way. He will do it in his own way. That is why I want to listen to saying that Chukwu Okike will do it in his own way, including using our enemy. He will use our enemy to make Biafra come. Chukwu Okike can use our enemy. That's why if you see anybody that is fighting for freedom, fighting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it doesn't matter the name they are using, it doesn't matter the platform they're using, don't speak against them. Focus on that direction that you feel that is good for you. Anyone that you feel that is good for you, focus on it and pursue freedom. Let our collective interest be that freedom. Let us continue to focus on that, our collective interest. Collective interest, pursuing that freedom. That is where every one of us meets. Every single indigenous tribe in a contraption called Nigeria need freedom. Not only Biafran. Every single indigenous tribe in that contraption called Nigeria, all of them want freedom. But the difference is that Biafrans are the outspoken ones. Biafrans are the outspoken ones. We have lost a lot already. We have lost more than 5 million people and we are still losing. We don't want to continue to lose. That is where we are loud. But other tribes, I urge you, if you are from Ududua land, you are from Middle Belt, you are from Hausa, don't wait until you lose 5 million before you begin to shout. Do not wait until you lose 5 million like the Biafrans before you begin to shout. The time is now. If you want to fight, fight now. If you want to free yourself, join the Biafrans and free yourself now. This is the time. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect everybody that is genuinely fighting for their freedom. May Chukwu Okike guide and secure as soon as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, set him free and bring him back to us very soon. Any weapon, any poison that is placed in the body of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it can never have effect. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. We will continue until Biafra come. They will kill us, we will kill them. But at the end of the day, we must get Biafra. Thank you so much for watching wherever you're watching from. I appreciate you wherever you're watching from. Join you again tomorrow. See you tomorrow. The same time tomorrow, we'll come back to make a broadcast. The same time. Anytime you have time, just join me. I'm going to come back again the same time tomorrow to broadcast and speak my mind and encourage my fellow Biafrans on the situation of things and way forward. Thank you and remember, see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.